Did you know that Warhammer, the miniature wargaming franchise, has been around for more than 4 decades? It's true. This incredible world of detailed miniatures and expansive lore was born in the year 1983, courtesy of a company called Games Workshop. At that time, the concept of miniature wargaming was still a niche hobby, but Games Workshop saw a universe of possibilities in these tiny figures. Warhammer started with a focus on fantasy settings, a blend of Tolkien-esque high fantasy with a dash of dark and gritty realism. It was a world of elves and orcs, of magic and might, where battles were fought with sword and sorcery. This was the original Warhammer Fantasy Battle, a game that took players into a realm of imagination, where they could lead their armies to victory on a tabletop battlefield. But the universe of Warhammer was destined to expand. In 1987, a mere 4 years after its inception, Games Workshop launched Warhammer 40,000. This was a leap into the realms of science fiction, adding a whole new dimension to the Warhammer universe. It was a world set in the distant future, where humanity was locked in a constant struggle for survival against a host of alien species and supernatural horrors. And just like its fantasy counterpart, it was a world that players could bring to life on their tabletops, commanding armies of intricately detailed miniatures and epic battles. From humble beginnings, Warhammer has evolved into a vast universe that has captivated millions around the world. It's a universe that exists in miniature, but its impact is anything but small. Whether you're a fan of high fantasy or gritty sci-fi, whether you love the thrill of battle or the joy of collecting and painting miniatures, there's a place for you in the world of Warhammer. And as we delve deeper into this universe, you'll discover just how diverse and immersive it really is. As with any universe, Warhammer has undergone numerous changes and evolutions over the years. From its humble beginnings in the early 80s, Warhammer has always been a game of strategy and imagination. The first edition, Warhammer Fantasy Battle, was a fusion of role-playing and tabletop wargaming. It was a revolutionary concept, offering players a unique blend of storytelling and tactical combat. Cue the second edition, and we see the introduction of the iconic army books. These volumes gave players the ability to customize their armies, providing a new layer of depth and complexity to the game. The third edition brought a more streamlined rule set, allowing for faster and more dynamic gameplay, while the fourth and fifth editions focused on expanding the Warhammer universe, introducing new races and lore that continue to shape the game today. As we moved into the new millennium, the sixth edition of Warhammer further refined the gameplay mechanics and design philosophy. It emphasized balance and fairness, making the game more accessible to newcomers while still challenging for veterans. The 7th edition carried on this trend, offering even more flexibility in army building and strategic planning. It also introduced a new game mode, Apocalypse, designed for epic, large-scale battles. Then came the 8th edition, a significant turning point for Warhammer. It revamped the entire rule set, shifting the focus from individual models to units, emphasizing the importance of tactics and positioning. But the evolution of Warhammer didn't stop there. The current 9th edition has taken the game to new heights. It has refined and polished the rules, introduced dynamic mission objectives, and put a renewed focus on narrative-driven gameplay. With each iteration, Warhammer has shown a commitment to growth and improvement. It has adapted to the changing tastes of its player base, always striving to offer a better, more engaging experience. And that's the beauty of Warhammer. It's more than just a game. It's a living, evolving universe that continues to captivate and challenge players around the world. With each edition, Warhammer has consistently strived to improve and evolve, offering players new experiences and challenges. In 1987, Warhammer took a leap into the future with the introduction of Warhammer 40,000. This was not just a simple sequel or a reskin of the original game. No, Warhammer 40,000 was a massive expansion of the universe, a bold step forward that transported us from the high fantasy world of Warhammer to the grim darkness of the far future. Warhammer 40,000, or 40K as it's affectionately known, maintained the core concepts of its predecessor, but it was a different beast altogether. The gritty, gothic aesthetic, the brutal battles, the intricate lore, it all painted a picture of a universe where there is only war. It was, and still is, a rich canvas for players to paint their stories on. But let's take a step back and see how this new dimension unfolded. The inception of Warhammer 40,000 was a result of Games Workshop's desire to explore new territories, to break the mold of traditional fantasy and venture into the realms of science fiction. They wanted to give fans something more, something different, something futuristic. The result was a game that was instantly familiar, yet strikingly different. The rules were similar, the miniatures were still there, but the setting had changed dramatically. Gone were the knights and wizards, replaced by space marines and psychic warrior monks. The races of Warhammer found new counterparts in 40K, the elves became the Eldar, the orcs became orcs, and so on. But it wasn't just a matter of changing the names and the scenery. Each race was given a unique identity, a backstory that was woven into the larger tapestry of the 40K universe. The grimdark setting allowed for a much darker and more complex narrative, where morality is often grey and victory comes at a high cost. And yet, despite these differences, Warhammer 40,000 still felt like Warhammer. It had the same spirit, the same passion for storytelling and world-building, the same dedication to giving players a unique and immersive gaming experience. With Warhammer 40,000, the franchise offered fans a whole new universe to explore and conquer. It was a bold move, a leap of faith that paid off in spades, propelling Warhammer into a new era and cementing its place as a titan of tabletop gaming. Warhammer's influence extends far beyond the tabletop. From the intricate miniatures and expansive battlefields, Warhammer's reach has sprawled into other realms of media, creating a vast universe that fans can explore in a multitude of ways. One of the most prominent extensions of the Warhammer universe is its foray into the world of video games. The Dawn of War series, for instance, catapults players into the thick of interstellar warfare, allowing them to command armies and wage epic battles in real-time strategy format. This series brings the tabletop experience to life, providing a dynamic and immersive way to engage with the Warhammer universe. Then there's the Total War series, a titanic fusion of turn-based strategy and real-time tactical combat. Here, the fantastical realms of Warhammer are rendered in breathtaking detail, allowing players to lead their factions to glory or ruin in a sprawling, dynamic campaign map. These games have not only introduced Warhammer to a broader audience, but have also provided fans with a new way to interact with the universe they love. Beyond video games, Warhammer's rich lore has found its way into the pages of numerous novels and comics. These narratives delve deeper into the universe's history, exploring the origins of factions, the motivations of key characters, and the intricate politics that underpin the ceaseless conflict. From the grim darkness of the 41st millennium to the high fantasy of the Age of Sigmar, these stories add another layer of depth to the Warhammer experience. The influence of Warhammer, therefore, is not confined to the tabletop. It has permeated other forms of media, providing fans with a multitude of ways to engage with its expansive universe. From the tactical challenges of video games to the rich narratives of novels and comics, Warhammer continues to captivate and inspire. Whether on the tabletop or the screen, Warhammer continues to captivate audiences with its rich lore and intense gameplay. So, as we delve deeper into the world of Warhammer, remember that its influence extends far beyond the battlefield and into the realm of the imagination. At the heart of Warhammer's success is its passionate and dedicated community. A sprawling network of enthusiasts spanning across continents, the global Warhammer community is a force to be reckoned with. It's a melting pot, where hobbyists, painters, gamers, and lore enthusiasts converge, bound by their shared love for the universe of Warhammer. This community isn't confined to local hobby shops or basements anymore. It thrives in the digital age, with online forums, social media groups, and video platforms buzzing with Warhammer discussions, tutorials, and battle reports. Tournaments and conventions play a crucial role in the community's vibrancy. Events like Golden Demon and Las Vegas Open aren't just competitions, they're grand celebrations of the hobby. They offer a platform for hobbyists to showcase their skills, share techniques, and immerse themselves in the rich lore of Warhammer. The community's influence in shaping Warhammer's development and popularity can't be overstated. The feedback loop between the community and the creators at Games Workshop has fostered an environment of continuous improvement and innovation. From rule adjustments to the creation of new factions, the community's voice has been instrumental. However, it's not all about the game. The Warhammer community is also a place of camaraderie and mutual respect, where people from all walks of life can connect over a shared passion. It's an inclusive space that celebrates diversity and encourages creativity. Stories of lifelong friendships formed over painting miniatures and strategizing battles are common. The richness of the Warhammer community is directly reflected in its culture. It's a culture that cherishes storytelling, values craftsmanship, and thrives on strategic gameplay. It's a culture that is as diverse and intricate as the Warhammer universe itself. It's important to remember, though, that at its core, this community is driven by a shared sense of fun and enjoyment. After all, what's a game without the joy it brings to its players? The Warhammer community is a testament to the game's enduring appeal and its ability to connect people from all walks of life. As Warhammer enters its 5th decade, what does the future hold for this beloved franchise? You may be asking yourself this very question. Well, buckle up, because the future of Warhammer is looking more expansive than ever. The creators at Games Workshop are not ones to rest on their laurels. They're constantly innovating and expanding, ensuring that the Warhammer universe remains a vibrant and immersive experience for all its enthusiasts. Upcoming editions are already in the pipeline, and these are set to push the boundaries of what we've come to expect from this miniature universe. But it's not just about new editions. Expansion sets are also set to play a significant part in Warhammer's future. These expansions will delve deeper into the lore of the Warhammer universe, introducing new characters, factions, and of course more detailed and intricate miniatures for players to collect and paint. And let's not forget about media adaptations. The lore of Warhammer is so rich and expansive that it lends itself perfectly to other forms of media. We've already seen successful video games and novels set in the Warhammer universe, and the future promises even more. From animated series to live-action adaptations, the potential to explore the Warhammer universe in new and exciting ways is vast. So what's driving all this innovation and expansion? It's Games Workshop's continued commitment to evolve the Warhammer universe. They understand that the fans are the lifeblood of Warhammer, and they're dedicated to providing new and engaging content that keeps the community coming back for more. The future of Warhammer is not just about new additions, expansions, and media adaptations. It's also about continuing to foster a community that's as diverse and inclusive as the universe it loves. It's about ensuring that Warhammer remains a hobby that anyone, regardless of age or background, can enjoy and be a part of. As Warhammer continues to grow and evolve, one thing is certain: the future is bright for this captivating universe. So, whether you're a longtime fan or new to the franchise, there's never been a better time to dive into the world of Warhammer. From its inception as a fantasy wargame to its current status as a global franchise, Warhammer has come a long way. Born from the creative minds at Games Workshop, Warhammer has evolved beyond the tabletop, permeating other media and establishing a new dimension in the form of Warhammer 40,000. Its rich lore and intricate miniatures have captured the hearts of millions, creating a unique community and culture. A culture where every battle is a story, every miniature a masterpiece, and every player a vital part of a thriving universe. As we look to the future, Warhammer continues to innovate and expand. The potential for growth is immense, promising even more thrilling narratives and captivating gameplay. The community, the heart of Warhammer, is set to grow stronger, fostering an environment where veterans and newcomers alike can share their passion. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or a newcomer to the universe, Warhammer offers a world of adventure and excitement that is truly out of this world.